going to take this too. So I'm Jan Quarterman, and I just joined the WILPF board less than 2 years ago. And I guess what I like best about it is I didn't know how important our work was. And it's not just in the United States, it's worldwide. I went to a wonderful conference over the weekend and learned more about the Middle East. And these are things that I really didn't know before I joined WILPF, so I'd like to thank all my WILPF sisters for enlightening me on that.
My name's Eileen. I'm from Boston. I've been part of the board for almost a year. However, I've been active in our wonderful branch in Boston for at least 4 years now. I want to tell you about a highlight for me. It was in June 2017 when a group of us from Boston headed to New York City to honor and support over 100 nations that were talking about banning nuclear weapons. Well, when we arrived, it was pouring. We rallied in the pouring rain. We walked in the pouring rain. People were clapping that we were marching in this parade in the pouring rain because we were passionate. We got to the UN, it was still pouring. Our last rally, it was pouring. And when we were done, the sun came out. And I felt gratified that we were there at this important event with a lot of Japanese people who came from Japan, some of them who were involved when they were quite young in Hiroshima, and a lot of their descendants. It was a very, very moving experience. And many of us got colds.
So my name is Laura Dewey. I'm from the Detroit branch, and thank you for hosting us here. And it's really nice to meet people from another branch. I've been involved with WILPF for a long time. My mother was a member, although that wasn't my motivating factor. It was just one of her friends said, "Hey, Laura, why don't you join WILPF?" Okay, you know. It's like my first daughter was born, and I thought we had to do something for peace and justice. I'd always been involved with peace and justice movements for a very long time, since I was a kid. My parents forced me out to picket lines, and we did grape boycotts, never tasted a grape till I was a certain age, and things like that. So I kind of grew up in that milieu, but WILPF has been very special to me because I've met so many wonderful women who are actually a lot smarter than me. I like to meet smart people. I like to learn more about this world, and some great organizers too. So I'm just really proud to be part of this board, and also it's been a great learning experience. You think you know a lot about organizing, and then you get into leadership at a higher level, and it's a whole nother ball game. I highly recommend it to all of you. So as chair of the nominating committee, that's a pitch to get people to join the board. Thank you.
My name is Barbara Nielsen, and I'm from San Francisco, and I am serving again on the board. I served 10 years ago and 4 years ago, and board service is very rewarding because you get to see the result, in a sense, of what your activism was in your branch and in your community, but on the national level, and find out that A, you're not alone, and B, you make a difference. And the other cool thing about being on the national board is that you learn more about the international organization and how all of the puzzle pieces fit together. Several members of the board and I and the rest of the US delegation just went to Ghana and witnessed a real change in the international board, which I think for the first time might be made up of people from multiple continents, because we have people from Africa now on the board. It was an extraordinary experience, very joyous and super loud and happy dancing, which did not happen in The Hague 3 years ago when we celebrated our centennial. We had drumming at International Congress, and it was really cool. So that's why I think my board experience this year is particularly amazing.
I share the more proud I become of serving on the US board because I'm originally from India, and I joined WILPF in 2008 in India. And that's where my journey with WILPF started. And I was always proud of being associated with WILPF because growing up I knew that Mahatma Gandhi, a leader like him, had a history, a personal history with WILPF women. And so when I moved to the United States, it was really, really encouraging and absolutely an amazing experience that I could connect with the women who shared the same passion, the same vision, the same mission as what I had been doing 10,000 miles away. And I could continue my journey with similar like-minded women in here in the US. So I'm really excited to be on the US board, and I continue to learn from my fellow WILPF members as well as the activists and WILPF members that I get to meet and interact with globally. So that's my story, and I'm very proud of it.
Great. Would you say your first name? Would you say your name again?
Shilpa Pandey.
Okay. Thank you, Shilpa.
Hi, my name is Mary Hanson Harrison, and I have the honor and privilege of being in my 5th year as president of the WILPF US section. Jane and I have long been friends. I've read a great deal about her. She's one of my shining stars that says we have hope in this world, because right now it looks very gloomy. She said we need to have the moral energy to create a new sort of force in this world in these very devastating times. It's a vital force, the only force that will save our humanity. So this is why I'm here. I don't think I can save my humanity by myself. So I have a whole load of wonderful, intelligent, active, beautiful, well-rounded, excellent, humorous women. And I am privileged, as I said, to be a part of their lives as they are a part of mine. And Jane too, even if she's cardboard.
Hi, I'm Mary Beth Gardam. I'm happy to be here in Des Moines because I started my career in WILPF here with these wonderful women who've been so much like family to me. When our family moved from the East Coast to the Midwest, we didn't know a soul, and they adopted me. So I've been part of WILPF ever since. I'm so impressed with the work that WILPF does around the world, and especially in our branches. I've been honored to serve on the board as the development chair for the last 3 years. And I think that what WILPF offers in a time when most nonprofit organizations now are mostly virtual organizations, we are a very up close and personal solidarity and sisterhood kind of experience where women are free to express their hopes and dreams and work for the things that they're most passionate about, which is peace and social justice in the environment, and anti-racism and against war, which, why isn't everybody on this page? Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm Kathy Sharkey, and I am work for the Peace Development Fund, and we are a public foundation that makes grants to grassroots organizations working for peace and social justice. And so, of course, WILPF, with its long history of working for peace and social justice, is a natural organization that we would support. And in fact, we are their fiscal sponsor and have been now for many years. So that allows WILPF to be able to raise money under the umbrella of Peace Development Fund and further support the work that they are doing. The 3 years I've been working with WILPF, I can't tell you how proud I am to be part of their journey, because WILPF US is the mother organization for so much of what WILPF does nationwide and even worldwide. And so to be able to help them reach out to their branches and to do more work and better work and reinvigorate their programs and really come together to work on those peace and social justice issues that we need. It's a marvelous journey that we're on with them, and we feel really proud to be part of that with them.